A few days ago, Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, along with several senior Iranian officials, was killed in a joint US-Israeli military strike. But how was the movement of Khamenei, one of the most protected leaders in the world, with extremely tight security, tracked by US and Israel intelligence? How did they locate a secret meeting he was having inside a heavily guarded country? And how can they strike at the exact moment when the target is there? To understand that, you have to look at how modern intelligence actually works. Because military operations don't begin with missiles or drones. They begin with information. For decades, Iran has been one of the most heavily monitored countries in the world by US intelligence. Agencies like the CIA and the National Security Agency constantly gather information about Iranian military activity, nuclear facilities, and the movements of senior leaders. And that monitoring happens in several different ways. One of the most important tools is satellite surveillance. High-resolution American reconnaissance satellites orbit the Earth and regularly pass over Iran. From space, intelligence analysts can monitor military bases, government compounds, and sensitive facilities. They can watch for small details, convoys entering secure areas, unusual security activity, or gatherings of senior officials. If several high-ranking vehicles suddenly arrive at a government compound in Tehran, US analysts can flag and notice that. If security around that location suddenly increases, they notice that too. Over time, these observations build what intelligence agencies call a pattern of life. Basically, analysts learn the routine. They learn where certain Iran officials usually go, how they travel, and where important meetings tend to happen. And once those patterns are understood, something unusual becomes easier to detect. But satellites alone cannot tell the full story. Another major source of intelligence in Iran can come from electronic communications. Intelligence agencies monitor radio signals, military transmissions, and communication networks connected to Iranian officials and security forces. Even when messages are encrypted, analysts still study patterns: who is communicating, how often they communicate, and where those signals are coming from. Then there is human intelligence. Despite the difficulty of operating inside Iran, intelligence services still rely on people, insiders, informants, or individuals who have access to government circles. These sources might confirm whether a meeting is actually happening, who will attend, and when the gathering is expected to begin. That kind of information can be extremely valuable because satellites might show vehicles arriving, signals intelligence might show communications increasing, but a human source can confirm something much more specific. They help to confirm whether a particular person, like the supreme leader, will actually be there. Once all of these pieces come together, US intelligence analysts can connect the dots, and over time, they can build a detailed picture of how leadership in Iran moves and operates. According to reports, the strike that killed Khamenei lasted less than a minute. But the intelligence behind it may have taken months or even years to assemble, because by the time a strike happens, the target has already been studied extensively. Analysts already understand the location. They understand the security patterns. They understand who is likely to be present. Operations like this reveal something important about modern conflict between countries like the United States and Iran. The decisive moment is often not the explosion. It's the intelligence work that happens long before it, in rooms filled with analysts studying satellite images, in signals labs monitoring communication networks, and in intelligence reports slowly piecing together fragments of information. Because in today's world, wars are often shaped long before the first missile is launched. They are shaped by information, and whoever controls that information usually controls the battlefield.